we look at so much at the action that we allow that whole offense, that whole action just to hold us back from our freedom. Now, I'm not saying that when you forgive people, that means what they did was right or what they did doesn't matter. No, it's just allowing you to let go. It's like being a boat, and I have that boat tied to like I don't even know what it is, but I have it tied up to the dock. I say that. And I'm waiting for the people stand on the dock to let go so I can let go. But I can take that rope off or whatever that's on that dock and I can just let it loose so I can get in that boat and sail away. I don't have to wait for them to loose that. And I know sometimes we feel like we want that from people and we want people to just be the ones to make things right. But as I'm learning now, I got to grieve what I lost. If I didn't have that great relationship with certain family members, I got to grieve that. That don't mean that things cannot change, but I got to grieve what I lost. I got to allow that resentment to go. I got to grieve the fact that yes, when I became a single mom, I did not have everything together and I ended up struggling for quite a while. But I got to grieve that season of my life. And understand that hey, God has been with me and I'm not where I used to be. Now, yes, I had the struggle. I had moments where it was nothing in my checking account and I couldn't really go get the food I want to get. I remember eating like a whole can of greens for a whole day or two because I didn't have, actually I ate it for like that whole day because I didn't have like any money, barely anything in my check account. I probably had less than like two $2, $3, something like that, because I had like a lot of things came on me, daycare, other bills, debt. So I was prepared, even though I had like a pretty nice job in some people's eyes, but it wasn't enough. So I had seasons of my life that did that. It bruised my confidence, it bruised my self esteem, it broke me in a way. But God is really good in putting things back together. He's really good at redeeming people. He's God. Okay, this who he is. So I'm not gonna put him on a human level. He's God. He can change people's lives. He's the redeemer. And sometimes I feel like that I want to get that back from people. Like I want to be redeemed in their eyes. But it may not happen with some people. Some people still may hold you to things that you done a long time ago. But like I had said before, that if they want to stay in the past, you gotta let them stay there. And there's no shade in that, but let them stay there. That's their journey. That's what they have to figure out. You got to move forward. Just like if you're still holding on to things that people did, to you, you got to move on. You got to let go. It's like what you're missing out on if all your focus is on the trial, the circumstance, resentment. This is something I had to ask myself. What am I actually missing out on when it comes to my relationship with God? What am I missing out on? What am I not seeing? What am I missing out when it comes to Him and everything that I talked to him about, everything I'm focusing on about is about the trial, issue, circumstance. And I'm not saying you can't take things to God, take everything to God. But we got to learn how to let those things stay with God and we got to move on. Like we can't just be so focused on the bad things and the terrible things. And we have to learn how to grieve it. And for me, sometimes, yeah, I will wrestle with the grieving because for some of us, it's like we have been raised in an environment where showing emotions seems to be a bad thing. Now, it may not be in your household. It could be maybe a certain group you're in, community. And with some of us, I could say it may be our household. And it may not be like a bad thing, maybe on our parents' part or the people around us' part. Or it's just that maybe they just feel like showing emotion or being overly emotional about things is that it may be weakness or that nobody has time for tears. Nobody has time to go back over the past or try to get help. But for me, I want to be healed for real. I want to be free for real. I want to live my life for real and not just say I'm healed and just say it. I want to be it. I want to be healed. That's the goal for me. Like, I don't want to just say, oh, well, I'm okay. I actually want to be okay. I don't want to say, oh, I'm happy. I want to be happy. I don't want to just be in a place where I'm just sweeping things on the rug. No, let's lift that rug up. Let's dust that stuff out so I can move forward. Because let me tell you one thing, if you don't take care of stuff now, those things will show up later and they end up showing at the wrong times. And you do not want that in your life. You gotta take care of stuff. Don't listen to all these other things about we gotta keep stuff private and we got sweet stuff on the rug. I'm not saying that you gotta tear all your business out there on social media, but you gotta learn how to deal with things. Deal with it. You're a human being. Cry. You have emotions. Cry. If it comes to anger, for me, I either have to walk, maybe I get a pillow and punch it. I'm not finna punch anything in my unit because this ain't mine. And I'm not gonna put my hands on other people. I have to learn how to walk away. I have to learn how to be in silence. Let me put on some of my music on. Let me find ways to get anger out and get those tears out, sadness out. And yes, it can mean turn your phone off for a while, maybe like a day or two. I don't want to be too long because yes, there are people, that do care about you. And I have to say that. And you don't feel like that, there is people that care about you. And if you don't feel like people care about you, God cares about you. And He also cares about you enough to send the right people your way so you can have the help that you need. So just grieve what you lost. Don't hold on to it, just grieve it. And I understand it's a process. I feel like it's going to be, actually, I feel like it's more of a journey in a way. And I know I still have, some more way to go because I want to make sure that it's out of me. And I want to make sure that when I'm going forward doing the things that God placed in my heart to do, those things are not holding me back. Like I'm going to give it its funeral and I'm going to walk away from it. So that's the whole thing.